Hello to all you wisdom walkers out there. This is Jojopah Maria and Saroma with my preface for my upcoming live broadcasts and accompanying YouTubes on the theme of falling in love with your life. I had a break last weekend and thought that it would be over that weekend that the theme would drop down for me for November, having come off of the theme of hearth healing in October, healing that heart, that brokenheartedness, healing the home, our environment, including our physical body, and healing the earth and how it's all connected. But I just couldn't, it just wasn't showing up. And so Wednesday rolls around and getting really close to Friday. And thank goodness I was out at my favorite cafe writing and it dropped in. And so this notion of falling in love with our life, I mean, if we're healing heart, home, and earth, we really should be celebrating life and falling in love with our life. But I've noticed that even me can often go into a complaint. I am a little further along in my journey that I can honestly and authentically say I do love my life. And it doesn't mean that there aren't things I still want to accomplish and do and see and have. But I know that loving my life is what's going to enable me to receive all of that, to manifest all of that. So, but I do sometimes fall into a complaint about money. It's never enough. How am I going to pay this bill? I think we all go through that. I think we also go into a complaint in regards to our work. It could be that we've outgrown our job position, but we haven't been promoted. We could have a boss or a colleague who is transferring their pain. The situation can be such that we are in a complaint about our job. We're not loving our job. And then, of course, relationships. That's the other big area where we can just be stuck in a complaint, stuck in a suffering, because we believe that I have to be in this till death do I part if it's a marriage or even a committed relationship. It may come down to, well, I don't want to mess up my financial situation, or I don't want to have to think about my financial situation. This is helping out, and so I can put up with, not being totally happy or sometimes not happy at all, just kind of maintaining. So I thought it would be really important to talk about how when we are in a complaint, especially a ongoing complaint about our money, our job, our work, our relationships, especially our intimate relationships, we're not loving our life. We are not loving our life. And there is a way that we can get back to loving our life. One is about letting go of our attachment to suffering and what that's rooted in. And the other is about how we can allow love to show up in our lives, how we let that happen. And so I will be doing 2 live broadcasts and accompanying videos on YouTube on this theme. I am taking another break in November to do some work. I have to travel. So I will repeat the podcast, and of course the YouTubes will be available for you at your convenience. I also want to say that today is the last day of the Day of the Dead celebration, that honoring of the ancestors, also called All Saints Day, or maybe it's All Souls Day in a European tradition, but it is a time to pause and honor the ancestors. Remember the people whose shoulders you're standing upon. Good or bad, all of it has made a difference in our lives and has brought us here so that we can springboard ahead into really loving our lives. Also, I want to send out blessings and prayers for everyone who is directly affected by the fires in California. I'm kind of indirectly, I did not have to evacuate, but there was bad air for several days. But there are people who have not only had to evacuate their homes, but they have lost their homes. And of course, fires are still burning in Amazon, also in Africa and other places around the world. So I'm sending lots of loving prayers out for everyone going through that challenge. So thank you so much for liking, sharing, subscribing to my channel. Over my shoulder, you can see my Wisdom Walk to Self-Mastery book. If you haven't gotten it yet, you can get it very, very inexpensively through Kindle. It's only $4. It's also available on Amazon and some other booksellers online. You can Google it and find out how to get it as cost effective as possible. I do know Walmart is actually carrying it, which I'm like, wow, that's interesting. I think they're like $4 less than Amazon. But anyway, I hope you're having a great day, and I look forward to providing this spiritual spill over the next 2 weekends for you. Thank you so much. Bye bye.